Hello everyone, I know it's been a while, but hey, I recently beat Narwa on my high rank file. Yes, I have been taking my sweet time with Rise, thank you very much. However, the important file, this one, my low rank file, is still getting the rest of the equipment for new and old monsters alike. To explain for anybody who is new or might be confused, in this video we will be taking a look at the new weapons and armor for returning monsters in Rise that we have already done equipment videos on. If you are new to these or forgot, in these videos I take a look at the equipment of a monster that is available in any of the game's low rank, as I play low rank the most, and that's where I go crazy and make all these sets. Also, I will not be talking about the bow guns, as they are the only weapons I don't ever play with. I'm sorry gunners, I just don't enjoy those weapons. As such, I don't make them. So here we go, with my first scripted video in the series by taking a look at the Great Baggy. Great Baggy got the most new weapons added to low rank compared to 3U, and I'm pretty certain most of these are new weapons for the monster. First, Gunlance, which was used in the weapon showcase video and in the demo, and it's fine. This is going to be the biggest problem with Baggy's weapons. They all look fine, but I don't find them too interesting. Lance is the only slight exception, as I really like the shield for this one. To be fair, most of Great Baggy's weapons have a nice color scheme to them, with blacks and different hues of blue. So yeah, the Switch Axe has nice colors, but I otherwise find the design to be very basic. Doesn't help that I'm still not great with this weapon yet. It kinda has a long sword. Sure, it's just baggy, but I think we can let that slide for the next two. The hilt is neat, and so is the serrated blade, but I believe this design was used for a bone longsword in 3U. The bow is very boring. Not much to really say about it. Weapons still get a C from me. I was very surprised by the Paliko Armor. Turns out my prediction was wrong. Instead of being a palette swap of the Great Jaggies, it's its own thing, which is neat. The helmet and club made me think of some English guard. It's genuinely cute. I give it a B. I liked it more than I thought I would. Palomood's looks just a bit better. I really like the body armor and the tuft of hair on the helm. It keeps a similar aesthetic to the Paliko Armor, making your pets look like little loyal guards. Another B, they're both fun. Okay, now for Arzeros. First off, I think Arzeros had a bow before, but just not in low rank. I think this because I remember seeing a bow for its Deviant in Gen U. Too bad Wrathion didn't get her Deviant's lance. Anywho, I like it. It's simple, yes, and I find the red bowstring to be very unique, as I don't see very many bows like that. In fact, I quite like it when bows kinda have a different string, such as that insect looking one and the glowing neon green yellow for Astalos' bow. And it just fits Arzeros. The real star of this section is the hammer, something we have seen in a couple of images before the game's release. Without a doubt, this is my new favorite Arzeros weapon. It looks like a large version of the braces on Arzeros' front legs, and while it's not the most amazing weapon in its stats, I still love it. Palomood Armor is fine. It certainly feels like the set was made from the bear. Arzeros Armor has good colors, and that is present here as well, though I have to give it a C, as it's, again, simply fine, but doesn't stand out as anything special to me. Okay, for the next Jaggy family monster, we have the Great Ragi, who now has its SNS in low rank. Fantastic! I love this so much. It's a bit of an odd looking weapon, but still neat. The shield is reminiscent of the Ragi's face, and the blade is quite unique. But we have two new really cool weapons. First, Hammer. At first glance, I saw this hammer as a pizza cutter, like that one charge blade. However, I have now realized it's actually meant to look like the spurs on cowboy boots. Personally, I love this. It's a unique looking hammer, with the only downside is that the blades don't spin when swinging or charging the weapon. A missed opportunity if you ask me. Still neat, and I like the purple. Sticking with the Wild West theme of the Great Ragi equipment, we have pistol looking dual blades. Okay, so they don't look a whole lot like pistols, but they definitely have a handgun vibe in their design, with the large blades going down them. I think they're neat, and have become my favorite Ragi weapon, which is B rank as far as I'm concerned. After all, this was one of the monsters I was looking forward to seeing again the most. The Palomood Armor is good, but not great. I get that the set is kind of trying to look like a mounted cowboy horse, and has fitting color scheme. I do like my Wild West looking dog, but I'm giving it a C, as it isn't all that interesting to me. So, Royal Ludroth got a gun lance, and well, it's a gun lance. Sorry to say this, but I'm not the biggest gun lance fan, and just in design, I find this one to be okay. The shield is fine, the weapon has this harpoon tip, which is kinda cool, but compared to other gun lances, this one just doesn't stand out enough to me. However, if we want to take a look at my least favorite piece of equipment in this video, we have the Palomood Armor. I hate it. Okay, that might be a bit extreme. I get the whole poodle look, and it certainly gives off the vibe. I just don't enjoy it that much. Not to be a hater, but this gets a D for me. Sorry, I think it looks kinda dumb and not feeling it. Okay, on to my favorite first generation monster, Wrathion. Like I had guessed, indeed, from one of the trailers before the game's release, we had seen a hunter with a new glaive that looked very much like it could be Wrathion's. And here it is! Yes, indeed, it is from my girl. A very simple design, but still has a slightly regal aspect to it. Not my favorite poison glaive, but I really like it, and I am just happy to see that she has an insight glaive. Her Palomood armor is one of the best, seriously. While the set is a bit subdued, with the armor being more basic and practical, the battle axe is super badass and awesome. Plus, I like the helmet a lot too. A simple design, but a great one. B. Finally, we have the boy Rathalos, whose insight glaive still isn't in low rank. Why? But we did get a hunting horn from him, which looks really freaking cool. It feels like it comes from the King of the Sky's wings, or is a cobra-looking Rathalos. Bottom line, I think it's a fantastic hunting horn, and a well-welcomed addition. I believe it comes from his deviant in Gen U, but I could be misremembering that. And much like many other Rathalos armor, the Palomood set looks amazing. It gives off a fierce and powerful look for your dog, a little canine Rathalos. It's simply superb and a solid looking set. I give it an A all the way. Okay, so the next equipment video will be taking a look at 3rd generation monsters from 3U's low rank until we finish up the list, and then we'll be working our way up through the series with Gen U, World, and finally Rise. See you all later, have a great day, and enjoy some hunting.